Not far from where the Souris and Assiniboine rivers meet, there's a grassland pasture packed to the brim with wildflowers and waving grasses. This is the story of how that pasture came to be protected and the people that made it happen.
Yeah, my name's Eric Moore. I'm married to Carol Moore. Carol and I live on a farm here. We run a cow-calf operation. Well, we're in Northwest 21716. We're in southwestern Manitoba. We're about 35 miles southeast of Brandon, Manitoba.
This farm is where Eric grew up, and the section number is where it gets its name, 21 Farms. From the beginning, Sunday afternoon picnics and fall mornings hunting deer out in the pasture sandhills were staples in the Moore household. Over time, it became clear to Eric that the pasture meant something to him.
When I was in my 30s, I guess I realized what we had there is just because if I'm stressed out, I found that just going out there, even driving out there or walking out there, relieved my stress. And that's when I realized this is a special spot. Carol and I decided quite a while ago to have some sort of easement put on 7/4 of our farm. And we started the process last year in March.
They got in touch with Josh Dillabaugh, NCC's natural area manager for the Brandon region. Once Josh heard more about what could all be found in the Moore pasture, he had to come see it for himself.
And about halfway through a pasture tour, we drove through the opening through some trees into opening, and he goes, "Oh man, I like this place." So I said to him, "That's why I like it too, and that's why NCC was only going to easement on it."
What did that feel like for you?
That they know how I feel about the pasture. That's what I enjoyed, seeing their faces light up and how excited they were to know that they see what I see in that pasture, or what Carol and I see in the pasture.
It was easy to see that this project was a good match. The pasture tour confirmed the presence of endangered birds, oak savanna, and a wide-ranging prairie complex that includes a variety of plants and animals. The only thing left to do was to sign the papers.
Well, I can go get the document if you want. It's pretty thick, but the basic of the easement on it is that I still own the land, I still can graze it, I still can make improvements to the land, fence lines and such, maybe water systems. I can't work it up. It's forever on the land's title, so nobody can work it up, but anybody can graze it, and Carol and I still own the land. If you're thinking about it, sit down with Josh or whoever representative you're talking to, and go for it, and ask all the questions you can, and I think it's the right way to go. But I can't force anybody to say that. They have to make that own decision. And I think MCC and the process was very well done.
This project, like everything we do at NCC, was a team effort. From the NCC staff having conversations and exploring pastures, to the many donors across the prairies who share our love for grasslands. All of it, though, only possible through the generosity and stewardship of Carol and Eric.
Well, might be serious to say, but I think it's a beautiful place, and I want people to enjoy it forever.